Welcome to Who's Laughing Now, brought to you exclusively by Hoosier TV.
How did I get started in comedy? Well, it was 1984. I've been around a while. It was 1984. I was living in Oklahoma, and I was transferred there with a regular job. I was in the corporate world. I was director of marketing for a restaurant chain, and this was the third company that I worked for that went into bankruptcy. So I had this hobby. I don't know if you realize when you live in Oklahoma and you're bored and lonely, you do stand-up comedy. I don't know if you realize that. So I was doing comedy, and people actually started offering me work. This was the early 80s, and comedy clubs were popping up everywhere. And I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna trash that MBA and go on the road and be a touring stand-up comedian. And that's exactly what I did for many, many years. Well, let's see, trash your master's degree in business and go on the road and be a touring stand-up comedian. My parents couldn't have been prouder. And I didn't know how to tell them. I thought, well, I won't come right out and tell them what I do, I'll just describe it to them. So I said, well, I work late at night and show people a good time. Oh my Lord, our daughter's a hooker. I said, no, they laugh when I perform. And she's not even good at it. So they finally got used to the idea. I have been doing it since 1984, this is true. Now I sort of combine my stand-up comedy also with stress management, and I actually present for corporations and organizations. I try to help people lighten up, manage their stress, take care of themselves, and so I use my stand-up comedy background, and it's still stand-up comedy, but yet I mix in a little bit of help for people on managing their stress as well. It's so funny you mentioned that. Indeed, I do. I have a book. I wouldn't have thought you'd ask that question. It's called The Funny Thing About Stress. And that's exactly what I do. I talk to people about their stress and about lightening up, keeping a sense of humor. After all, this is just life, and none of us gets out of here alive. When someone says to me that they want to do stand-up comedy, I tell them, run! No, I do. It's a, you know what, it's a difficult life. I performed in 38 states in Canada and counting, and I lived in New York City for 4 years, and but it's so rewarding. I don't think there's a better feeling in the world than to, you know, help people laugh, because we don't do enough of it, and we need more of it in this country. So I would suggest to people, keep that day job, enjoy yourself, do it. Making a living at it sometimes can kind of take the fun out of it because of the pressure, but boy, it's there's no greater feeling, and it's something people really need in this country. Hi, I'm Kay Francis. I'm excited to be part of this great show, Who's Laughing Now?
Put your hands together for Kay Francis.
Hi. Thank you. It's nice to be here. How about a nice round of applause for Linda? Didn't she do a great job? Well, it's my opinion that we are stressed and we need to laugh more. Would you guys agree? Yes. So let's find something we all have in common. Who's had one of those out-of-body experiences? Okay. All right, who stood naked in front of the mirror and wished they could leave their body? It's like we all share one soul. We are stressed. One of the biggest causes of stress, I know you'll find this surprising, but it's people. People, and they're everywhere, aren't they? I'm telling you, the planet is literally infested with them. And they can be rude, can't they? Get in your face and say stuff. You know, I look around the room and notice some of you folks are like me, you wear glasses. Do you ever get this? You take off your glasses, you know, rub your eyes a little bit, and invariably somebody has to go, you know, you look a lot better without those glasses. That's so rude. I always look at them and go, you know, so do you. Gotta shut them up. And some people are just too perky, aren't they? You know these people, always on, always happy. Aren't they just annoying to the rest of us when we're trying to enjoy a nice pity party? They're like, well, look on the bright side, you could be dead. And so could you. One can only hope. And then there's those negative people. Don't they kind of get to you? You know these people, you hate to ask them how they're doing. Oh, I'm here. And no matter how good your news is, they'll find a way to rain on your parade. You could go up to one of these people and go, you are not going to believe this. I just won the $100 million lottery. You know you're going to have to pay taxes on that. You'll be lucky if you end up with 50 million. We're stressed, and there are potentially stressful situations everywhere. I think driving is stressful, don't you? Yeah. And you know what? I have found out I have to really be careful these days. Because at my age, I can't bat my eyelashes at the young cops and get out the tickets. I'm like, you really want to give me that ticket? He's like, ma'am, you got something in your eye? Are you going to be okay to drive? Is there somebody I can call? Maybe a son, grandson, great-grandson? Just give me that ticket, you whippersnapper. I didn't think you gave tickets to pretty girls. We don't, ma'am, sign here. Ow. Traffic jams are stressful, but you know what? We have choices, don't we? We can sit and chew and stew, or we can have a good time, because either way, we're not getting there any faster, are we? Y'all like to sing in your cars? Oh, if you're not, you should be. Here's what I do when I'm stuck in a traffic jam. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? My friends all drive Porsches and must make amends. Worked hard all my lifetime, no help from my friends. Oh, Lord, won't you buy me a Mercedes-Benz? Oh, thank you. I forgot you people were here. But if you feel embarrassed singing in your car by yourself, just do it in your head. With any luck, the car next to me, oh my Lord, they're having a seizure, let them through. But we have to laugh more, and you know, humor is all around us, isn't it? And don't you think people are the funniest when they're not trying to be? My sister's one of these people that mixes up common words and phrases, and I never correct her because I want her to keep doing it. But she gets all flustered, she's like, you know what, she's not the sharpest tool in the sky. One time we were playing online Scrabble. She goes, man, I got nothing. I am up a pole without a paddle. Just kills me. Do we have the stress of too many choices? Have you gone shopping for sheets lately? You know, it used to be easy. You just walked in and buy a set of sheets. Now they're all complicated. They're Egyptian, they've got deep pockets, thread count, 200, 300. Anybody understand this? And we think our jobs get boring. How'd you like to be a thread counter? 101, 102. Oh, dude, you messed me up. I gotta start over. 1, 2. She's even bragged about being no iron. Who thank heavens that'll free up a couple hours a week, huh? I just hate when friends call you to do stuff and you got that big fat pile of unironed sheets staring you in the face. We got the stress of technology. And you know where it's most apparent is public restrooms. Now, in the old days, it was kind of easy, wasn't it? You knew what to expect. I mean, you walked in, you flushed, end of story, right? And now, hey, you know, you walk in, it's like navigating a minefield. You got the old with the new, and you walk in, okay, how am I going to work this place, you know? And it's like they got all the wavy sensors. It's like when you don't want the thing to flush, it flushes. You know, you walk in, you get that welcome flush. That was weird. I didn't even earn that. That was crazy. But when you wanted to, you're like, come on, I haven't got all day. Oh man, where's the this is just nasty. You're doing the Macarena. Na, 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 hey, flush the toilet, you know. Now, I think men and women are a little bit different in their bathroom. Well, now, first of all, guys, I'm going to tell you what takes women so long. There's a buffet. Oh, would that be, we'd never get out of there, would we? Well, what happens is, well, first of all, we have to build this toilet paper fortress. Well, you can't just sit right down. Everybody knows that's how you get pregnant. Might have missed that day in health class, but anyway, I don't have any kids. That's, well, none that I know of. But so we built this toilet paper fort. So I was like, we get it just the way we want it. You turn around and activates a sensor, sucks it all down. Now you gotta start over. about the men's room, I would, but you know, I've never been in the men's room. Now, that'd be a big fat lie, wouldn't it? Oh, come on. You look over, you're at a sporting event, there's 400 women in line. You look over at the men's room, not a soul around. There's cobwebs starting to form, tumbleweed are going through. I think, what could it hurt? To get your girlfriend to stand guard? Some poor guy comes up, yeah, I think this is the men's room. Not right now, pal, step off. Yeah, but the little icon's wearing pants. So's my girlfriend. They're capri pants, but they all count. Step off there, sir, so nobody gets hurt. Now, we didn't have much technology when I was growing up. I mean, we didn't even have cable TV. Well, you didn't need it. You had rabbit ears. And if those didn't work, you wrapped them in aluminum foil. I guess that was to seal in the freshness. We didn't have remote control, we had me, Kay, get up and change a channel. Which wasn't that easy to do because 3 days after you bought the television set, the dial would break, you have to use those pliers, anybody remember? We didn't have seat belts, didn't need them. We had mom's bionic arm. She did that till I was 42 years old. Mom, you got your hand on my chest, it's just creepy. We had party lines. Can you imagine that? We had to share a phone line with all of our neighbors. Isn't that crazy? You always had that one nosy neighbor. You could hear her click on. Like, Ed, and I can hear you breathing. No, I'm not. You know, as I get older, though, I try to embrace my age. I think we stress a lot about our age, and I don't think that we should. And one thing I try not to do is try to be hip with the kids, you know, try to be younger. Because whenever I do, it's just disastrous, you know? It's like I thought it was really cool to put through this, loser, and I realized I was doing it backwards. So I basically just called somebody a right angle. And I think we have to laugh on the job too, don't we? Do you know what the #1 stressor on the job in America is? It's annoying coworkers. Come on, there's one on every job. If you can't think of one, it's probably you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and thank you for coming out.
Thanks for watching Who's Laughing Now, brought to you exclusively by Hoosier TV.